Hello again, this is Silvia and welcome to the Elephant in the Room, from the Elephant in the Room, the new video for this series. I'm just back from the gym and I had a nice session, just some high intensity interval training on the cross trainer, just a bit of cardio, and then some ball slams. I don't really want to push it a lot because I'm not eating much, so I don't really want to push it a lot. Probably later I'll go for a walk. It's a beautiful day today, so take advantage of that. And the first day of souping of my diet is in the books. It went pretty well. I'm not particularly hungry. I mean, I was at some point, but it was like when you really need to go for a smoke, when you get really hungry and you know that you don't really want to eat, just wait for a few minutes, just do something else, and then the big craving will go away. I knew it when I quit smoking. I was doing that quite some times, quite often. So, did you know that souping was actually a thing? I had no idea until yesterday, for example. I wanted to do something that was really, effective and quick to drop weight. And so I did the juicing, but right now, as I said in yesterday's videos, it's too cold, so I didn't want to do it again for that reason. So I was just checking if I could do it with soups, smooth soups. And yeah, it's actually a thing. If you Google it, you can find so many resources and pages and everything you want talking about that. So if you want to check it out or whatever. That's just my method at the moment. It's not my permanent diet, of course. I will do it just for a short period of time. That's not sustainable on the long term, of course. But can be. I hope that it's going to shock my system and reboot the whole system, so I can just drop weight fast, and then the diet will ease. Of course, will be a more regular diet with everything, where I will eat everything again, not just soups. But I wanted to talk to you about another thing today, which is exactly the mindset behind all this, because I joke about this elephant in the room, because I joke with it because it's a play on words. I don't like to refer to myself as fat. I always had a big issue with that. It was like, boom, taboo. I don't like that. I don't like the word. I don't like to think of myself as fat. But right now I am, so I need to say that I am fat. I need to drop 50 pounds, 25 kilos, which makes me not obese, but in the fat category. I mean, I published a picture yesterday on my Instagram. And basically 41.9% of my body right now, of my body composition, is made of fat. That's a lot. So I can definitely say I'm fat. And I joke about the elephant also because it's not an animal that's exactly famous for being a small frame. And this is going to be completely politically incorrect and bad, so make whatever you want with it. But that people joke in very bad ways about fat people. They call them elephant, fat cows, pigs, whales, and a lot more. English is not my native language, so I'm sure that you English native speakers know a lot more ways to talk about fat people in nasty ways. So I am the elephant in the room, but that's also one thing that I was thinking. For a big part of my life until today, I have actually seen myself, the image of myself I had inside of me, inside my mind, inside my subconscious mind especially, was that of an elephant. So, the thing is, how can I ever aspire to be something else than an elephant body-wise? If in my mind, in my subconscious mind, the image of myself engraved there is that of an elephant. Is that of this big, heavy, slow, I don't know if the elephant is actually slow, but slow person that really lacks agility, is not fast, it's just big and heavy, and that's it. And that's basically what I've been told since when I was a very small child. All the image I got from the outside about myself was exactly that. A slow person, a slow child, who was lacking completely any kind of agility, who couldn't just, I was called, I remember one of my wonderful teachers when I was very young, she told me that I was handicapped because I couldn't do some weird routine that she wanted me to do. I couldn't do it. I mean, I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. I still can't. But I don't consider myself handicapped because of that. I mean, I like more different type of exercises, not the one she wanted me to do. But that, that being slow, heavy, big, handicapped, sorry about the word, I mean, people can be a nasty word. Again, English is not my native language, so I might use words that you find offensive. And it's not my intention to offend anyone, that's what I want to say. But yeah, that's what I was told when I was very young. So that's sticking into my mind so much. Or I can never have a flat belly because nobody in my family had that. So that's a big stigma that you're putting on someone at a very young age. Because at this present day, I can see in my whole story that I've never had a flat belly, not even when I was 50 pounds less than I am now. I never consider myself as a fast person, a quick person, an athlete. No matter how much I work out, I mean, I can be at the gym for hours a day. I love that. But I never managed to look at myself as an athlete because I was lacking agility. I'm not fast. I cannot do certain things. There are certain things that I cannot do. You see, it's not that I cannot do that. It's the fact that I tell myself that I cannot do that that actually makes me unable to do that. That's very different. So my point here is be careful, be really careful of the images you have in your mind about yourself. Because if you see yourself as a whale, it's highly likely that you will never be a gazelle. If you see yourself as an elephant, as this image I have of myself, I will never see myself. My body will never be the body I really want to have, which is an athletic body. Because an elephant, you can say whatever it want. I mean, it might be the most amazing animal in the world, but it's not, the main association is not elephant athlete. Maybe a black panther can be an athlete. A lioness can be an athlete. The big feline, the big cats are athletes, but not an elephant. So no matter how much I have been working out, all the diets I've been through, all the when I was really happy with my body, I never saw myself as being at the level that I wanted, and that's because I had that image engraved into my head, that image of me, of myself. So be really careful of the images you have of yourself, because your body at some point will reflect that. I mean, I was 50 pounds less than I am now. Okay, that was perfect. But I kept having that image of me as an elephant, as a whale, as a fat cow, call it whatever you want. The point is that at some point in my life, I went back to being an elephant also on the outside. Because that was the image of me that I had inside my brain. And until I recognized this thing, which I did very recently, I know that now it's going to be different to lose weight, and I know that the moment I lose it now, I won't put it back again. I mean, to this extent, of course, you can always put back 1 or 2 pounds or whatever, but not 50. That's a big difference. So be extremely careful. Just start becoming aware of the images of yourself that you have inside yourself. There are so many images that we are bombarded with each day, the commercials, whatever, the magazines, internet, the web, everywhere, especially about women image, about the way the world talks about our bodies. Just make sure you become aware day by day of the images you have inside yourself, of yourself, the way you see yourself, because the way you see yourself is the way that will be reflected in anything, in the people around you, the people you attract around you, the work, the job you do, the house, everything, your body shape, everything will reflect that, everything, trust me. I can talk about this for ages, and I have different platforms when I will do it for ages, but I will be back on this topic because it's really, really crucial. I cannot stress how important this is. So this is all for today. I don't want to keep it too long. We all have stuff to do, me included. So have a great day. I will keep my souping. Tomorrow I have my personal trainer, so I will let you know how that goes. And that's it for now from the elephant still in the room, Silvia. Bye. See you soon.